Can I ask you something personal? When did you last look at the back of your pensioner concession card? Most people carry it in their wallet, show it at the chemist, maybe use it at the doctor, and that's it. But here's what most pensioners don't realize. That little card is worth far more than cheaper prescriptions. We're talking discounts on energy bills, cheaper public transport, reduced council rates, hearing services, phone and internet discounts, and a Medicare safety net that could cover 80% of your out-of-pocket medical costs once you hit a certain threshold. Nobody sat you down and explained all of this when the card arrived. It just turned up in the mail. So today, that changes. Because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through every confirmed benefit your Pensioner Concession Card unlocks in 2026 tax and show you exactly how to start using them. Don't skip ahead. Some of these will genuinely surprise you. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, this channel is all about Centrelink, the age pension, and government payments explained clearly without the jargon and always based on official sources. Today we're doing something a little different. Instead of talking about a payment change or a new rate, we're doing a deep dive into something that millions of Australian pensioners already have, but most aren't fully using: the Pensioner Concession Card. I want to be upfront with you. This is not a video about some new bonus or extra payment. Everything I'm going to tell you today is already available to you. It's already confirmed. It's already yours. We're just going to make sure you know about it and know how to use it. We're living through one of the most expensive periods in recent Australian history. Groceries are up. Energy bills are up. The cost of seeing a specialist, filling a prescription, catching a bus, all of it has gone up. And yet, right now, there are pensioners all over Australia overpaying for things they shouldn't have to pay full price for. Not because they can't get the discount, but because nobody told them they were entitled to it. About 3/4 of people found to be eligible for the age pension are not currently receiving Centrelink benefits. If that many people don't even know they qualify for the pension, imagine how many existing pensioners aren't fully using the card that comes with it. You can get a Pensioner Concession Card if you get certain payments from Services Australia. It can help with the cost of healthcare, medicines, and some other costs. You don't need to apply for a card. It will be posted to you if you get an eligible payment. MyGov. So if you're receiving the age pension, the disability support pension, or the carer payment, you should already have one. It arrives automatically. You don't need to do anything to get it. The Pensioner Concession Card is automatically issued to those on the age pension, disability support pension, or carer payment. It lasts 2 years and is renewed around your birthday. Wallace Partners. Now let's talk about what it actually does. This is the one most people know about, and it's a big one. Concession card holders can use the PBS to pay a maximum of $7.70, compared to $25 for non-concession card holders, for each medicine on the pharmaceutical benefit scheme. Challenger Limited. That's less than 1/3 of what everyone else pays, every single time you pick up a prescription. But here's the part many people miss. There's a safety net built in. Once a concession card holder pays an amount in a calendar year equal to the PBS safety net threshold of $277.20, their medicine will be free for the rest of the year. Pinnacle WEM free. For the rest of the year. If you're on regular medications and you hit that threshold by mid-year, every prescription after that costs you nothing. Make sure your pharmacist is registering your purchases correctly so your safety net balance accumulates. Ask them to check. It takes 30 seconds. With a Pensioner Concession Card, you can get cheaper medicine, bulk billed doctor visits, and help with hearing services. Now, not every GP bulk bills, and no doctor is required to. But many practices that charge standard patients a gap fee will bulk bill pensioners. This means your visit could cost you nothing at all. If your current GP doesn't bulk bill you as a concession card holder, it is worth asking, or even shopping around. The difference between paying $30, $50 a visit and paying zero adds up to hundreds of dollars a year. This is one of the most valuable and least understood benefits on the card. And it's especially important for anyone who sees specialists or has ongoing health costs. The extended Medicare safety net provides an increased rebate for Australian families and singles who incur out-of-pocket expenses for Medicare-eligible out-of-hospital services. Once the relevant annual threshold of out-of-pocket expenses is reached, Medicare will pay up to 80% of any future out-of-pocket expenses for out-of-hospital Medicare services for the remainder of the calendar year. Concession card holders are entitled to a lower threshold. For 2026, the threshold is $861.20 for Commonwealth concession card holders. So once your out-of-pocket costs for things like specialist appointments reach $861.20 in a calendar year, Medicare starts covering 80% of your remaining costs for the rest of that year. For people with regular specialist visits, heart doctors, eye specialists, physiotherapy, this can represent serious savings. Are you tracking your Medicare safety net balance? You can check it in your Medicare app or on MyGov. Many people reach the threshold and don't even know it. The Pensioner Concession Card also provides access to hearing services, including subsidized hearing aids and assistive listening devices through the Australian Government Hearing Services Program. Challenger Limited hearing aids privately can cost thousands of dollars. With the Pensioner Concession Card, you may be able to access devices at little or no cost through the government program. If you or someone you love has been putting off getting hearing checked because of the cost, this changes that conversation entirely. Contact the Australian Government Hearing Services Program directly or ask your GP for a referral. Now, this is where it gets really interesting because the savings here vary by state and most people don't know how to find them. Each state and territory in Australia has its own concession scheme for energy bills, electricity, and gas for pensioner concession card holders. In some states, this is hundreds of dollars a year off your power bill. For example, in New South Wales, eligible pensioners can receive a rebate on their electricity bill. In Victoria, there are concessions for both electricity and gas. Queensland, South Australia, and Western Australia all have their own schemes as well. The catch? Many of these concessions don't apply automatically. You need to register with your energy provider, contact your electricity or gas company, tell them you hold a pensioner concession card, and ask them to apply the concession to your account. If you've never done this, do it today. You could be owed rebates going back months. Telstra offers a pensioner discount for mobile phones, home internet, and home phone for pensioner concession card holders. If you're a Telstra customer and you hold a pensioner concession card, you may be eligible for a discounted plan. Call Telstra and ask. If you're with a different provider, it's worth calling them as well. Many telecommunications companies have concession arrangements. In many local government areas across Australia, pensioner concession card holders are entitled to a reduction in their council rates. This is a state government concession, so the exact amount varies, but it can be worth hundreds of dollars per year. Contact your local council and ask about the concession rebate for pensioners. Bring your card. In many cases, the discount applies annually and you simply need to be registered. State-based seniors cards offer additional discounts on public transport, dining, entertainment, and local services. From discounted public transport fares with Victoria's Seniors Myki, Queensland's Go Card, or NSW's Gold Opal Card, to special offers at participating businesses. Wallace Partners. While the Seniors Card and the Pensioner Concession Card are technically different, in many states you can hold both, and the transport concessions are significant. In New South Wales, the Gold Opal Card gives pensioners deeply discounted fares. In Victoria, a concession Myki card applies. In Queensland, a concession Go Card. If you're not using the concession transport option in your state, you're leaving money on the table every time you travel. Australia Post offers discounts for stamps and mail redirection for Pensioner Concession Card holders, along with free document certification. This might seem small, but for seniors who still send letters, particularly to Family Interstate, the stamp discount adds up. And free document certification is a practical benefit for anyone dealing with legal or financial paperwork. If you receive the age pension, the disability support pension, or the carer payment, the card should come automatically. If you don't automatically get a pensioner concession card, you should call Services Australia on your regular Centrelink payment line. If you're over age pension age but don't receive a Centrelink payment, maybe you're a self-funded retiree. There is a separate card called the Commonwealth Seniors Health Card. The Commonwealth Seniors Health Card is for self-funded retirees age 67 or older not receiving a Centrelink pension. Your income must be below $99,025 for singles or $158,440 for couples indexed annually. With no asset test, it's ideal for retirees with retirement savings. The Commonwealth Seniors Health Card gives you most of the same medicine and Medicare benefits, including the lower PBS copayment. If you think you might qualify, it's absolutely worth applying. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. Consider Dorothy, 74, from regional Victoria. She's on the full-age pension and has been for 3 years. She's been paying $7.70 for her prescriptions. Good. But she had no idea about the Medicare safety net, and she'd been paying gap fees to her cardiologist. Once she registered properly with Medicare and reached the $861.20 threshold in May, her remaining specialist visits that year cost her a fraction of what she'd been paying. Then there's Ron, 69, from Queensland. He moved onto the part pension last year. He called his electricity provider, registered his pensioner concession card, and immediately started receiving a quarterly rebate on his power bill. He also called Telstra and switched to a pensioner plan, saving him around $20 a month on his mobile. Neither of these people did anything dramatic. They just made a few phone calls. The biggest mistake pensioners make is assuming the benefits apply automatically just because they have the card. Some do, like the PBS medicine price, but many require you to register separately with each provider. The second mistake is not tracking PBS and Medicare safety net spending. If you don't know how close you are to the threshold, you might miss the crossover point and keep paying when you shouldn't have to. The third mistake is not knowing what's available in your state. Every state is different. The Services Australia website has a page listing state-by-state concessions, and your local council website will list their pensioner rebates. Step 1. Check that you actually have a pensioner concession card and that it's current. If it's expired or missing, call Services Australia on 132300. Step 2, call your electricity and gas provider and register your concession card. Ask specifically for the pensioner concession rebate. Step 3, call your telephone or internet provider and ask if a pensioner discount applies to your plan. Step 4, contact your local council and ask about pensioner rates rebates. Step 5. Log into MyGov and check your Medicare safety net balance. See how close you are to the threshold for this calendar year. Step 6. If you take regular medicines, ask your pharmacist to confirm your PBS safety net balance is being tracked correctly. Step 7. If you've never looked into the Commonwealth Seniors Health Card and you're over 67, check your eligibility at servicesaustralia.gov.au. The next indexation round for Centrelink payments is September 20th, 2026. When payment rates increase in September, some of the concession thresholds may also adjust. We'll cover that as soon as it's confirmed. In the meantime, the PBS copayment rate, the Medicare safety net thresholds, And the core card benefits we've discussed today are all in effect right now. Let's bring it all together. Your Pensioner Concession Card is not just a card for cheaper medicines. It unlocks cheaper prescriptions with a safety net that makes them free for the rest of the year after a threshold. It can get you bulk billed doctor visits. It gives you access to hearing services. It may reduce your energy bills, but only if you register. It can lower your council rates. It gives you transport concessions. It provides telephone discounts. And it lowers the Medicare safety net threshold, meaning the government covers more of your specialist costs once you hit that limit. Most of this is already yours. You just have to use it. If this video opened your eyes to something you didn't know, please hit the thumbs up. It helps more Australians in the same situation find this information. Leave a comment below and tell me, which of these benefits did you not know about before watching? I'd love to hear from you, and your comment might help someone else in the same boat. Share this with a friend or family member who's on the pension. One phone call to their energy provider could save them hundreds of dollars this year. And subscribe, because in a few weeks, we'll be covering the September 2026 pension rate increase and what it means for your fortnightly payments. See you then.